If people have money, they don't know how to invest.
From a market that was dominated by foreign institutional investors, it is now dominated by domestic mutual funds.
2-4 रुपए की अगर मैं हार्डवेयर शॉप से कील भी लाता हूँ तो आई पे थ्रू यूपीआई।
और इंडिया का जो हम कह रहे हैं कि मार्केट कैप के बारे में बोलते हैं कि इंडिया की मार्केट कैप इज गोइंग टू बी द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मार्केट कैप इन नेक्स्ट 20 years.
I'll say that around 30-40% of our revenue is coming from the financial world.
Hello everyone and welcome to Dhan Ki Baat, an initiative by Times of India and StockBro. I'm your host Ankur Variku and we're going to have a fascinating conversation around policy and a lot from industry stalwarts. Joining me is this wonderful panel and sir, हम आपसे शुरू करेंगे शरद जी. How does policy making impact financial literacy and inclusion? Because that's such a फैसिनेटिंग टॉपिक. हम इस दिन पे बात कर रहे हैं जब सेंसेक्स 75,000 टच कर चुका है. बहुत अलग सा एक यूफोरिया है इकोनॉमी में. बट एज द कस्टोडियन ऑफ पॉलिसी एंड रेगुलेशन, हाउ डज दिस वर्क इम्पैक्ट फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी इन द कंट्री?
Basically, I'll start with my own experience on this. Actually, I have been in the market for a long time, almost 30-31 years since SEBI now. So I had one of my cousins who was secretary HRD long time back, and I was sitting with him. So I spoke to him about two things, and the both are unrelated to each other. One was why don't we have something in our curriculum or in our education system where people get to know about how to invest, where not to invest actually.
Okay.
The whole do's and don'ts of the market, and it should start from a very early age. And second, which is of course not related to this, was about the diseases. I mean, it's completely unrelated to it.
Please.
Because at that time one of my relative had a kidney disease.
Okay.
And for a long time they could not understand it's a kidney failure case. So I told him specifically that sir, kindly make something in your syllabus that you tell us from a childhood that these are our organs, body organs. They work like this. The kidney does this, liver does this function, spleen does this function. But nobody tells us if they don't work, what will happen to our body?
happen?
How will we diagnose? So similar is the case with the financial issues which I have been observing for a long time. So if people have money, they don't know how to invest. If people have money, they don't have knowledge of basic knowledge of financing, basic knowledge of financial literacy. So with that in mind, initially I remember I was working that time with the Serious Fraud Investigation Office as additional director, and that was long back, 15-20 years back. So the Ministry of Corporate Affairs made a committee comprising of many people from the government and industry, and we created a book called Book on Financial Literacy. Thereafter, during 2013 to 2018 period, there was a national strategy for financial literacy was devised under FSDC, Financial Stability and Development Council. After that, the next one came in 2020 to 25, National Strategy for Financial Literacy, learning from the first strategy, which is 2013 to 18. So therein, 5 areas were considered for concentration actually, and they are called the 5 C's of financial literacy. So it starts with the creation of content. That is the first C, content creation. Capability was the second. So how to create capability, kind of trainers and all. And third was involvement of community. That is community. Third C is community. Fourth C is communication. How do we communicate to our youth and to our students, to our ASHA workers, to our Anganwadi workers, to all the target groups in our society, and how do we make them financially literate? And the fifth C was collaboration, that is creating a dashboard and sharing the resources with the industry, with the institutions and all. So that NCFE, that is National Center for Financial Education, is the culmination of all those strategy papers. And NCFE is a initiative of all the 4 financial sector regulators, SEBI, RBI, ADI, and PFRDA. So they impart financial training, financial literacy. They handle financial literacy issues to various groups. I mean, they target various groups, starting with the students of class 6 to 10th, in collaboration with the schools. Then the teachers are trained for imparting financial literacy. Then the colleges or institutions are also collaborating. So likewise, these are many steps the government is taking through these initiatives in financial literacy.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sharad ji. I'll go to you, Punita ma'am, because there is time as paucity for you. Having been in this industry for a really long while and seeing multiple governments come in, ideologies come in, the demographic of the country changing so remarkably as well, what are the telltale signs of policy that you believe have contributed to financial inclusion and literacy, particularly in the youth of the country?
So, I've been in the India stock market journey since 1993, when India opened up for foreign investment and was one of the first few foreign investors, and perhaps the first one from the US into India. The stock market capitalization then was less than $100 billion. And the market was very not deep at all. And anytime a foreign investor bought any stock, there was a lot of front running, and also there was impact on the price. Today, we have a very deep market in contrast. We have a huge amount of retail participation. At that time and over the, the last 20, 30 years journey, the retail participation has increased dramatically. From a market that was dominated by foreign institutional investors, it is now dominated by domestic mutual funds and a big chunk coming from retail investors through SIPs, etc. So as that investor base has changed, and the demographics of India have also changed, the number of companies, the market cap of many of the companies has gone up. It is even more important that investors are educated. And as my colleague on the panel said, that it starts from the school, right? There are no courses that really people do commerce, but they're really not trained into the stock market as well. I remember in the 90s when I told people I was dealing in stocks and investment. Now in the US, it was a well-developed, relatively mature institutional market for equities. And in India, it was, are stockbroker, stocks, shares, ye kya kaam kar rahe ho? So now as the market is recognized as a tool for wealth creation,
yes,
it's an important tool now for every family to increase their wealth, that they should look at stocks. So for that, whether it's even like my yoga teacher wants to invest in stocks, everyone you talk to, doctors, are giving up their full-time work and getting into stocks. And are they trained? They're not really trained. But I think what SEBI's done and our policymakers have done is very good in terms of developing a framework for investor education. And this Investor Education Protection Fund is actually very good because it now has the money to create content and disseminate, distribute all the knowledge that people need to know. The only problem is that while the content is there, how do you reach the people who don't have access to internet or computers, or they're in rural and remote areas? How do you access them? Of course, through UPI, government policies, the whole financial inclusion theme has built up. So there are a lot of fintech companies that have come up. Perhaps they can also be used to educate some of these, people in these remote areas. But I think it's the universities and the other educational institutes are producing now people who are interested in the market. So that area of the market is not at risk. The risk is the people who don't know, like the yoga teachers and all the others. And for that, we need to find a mechanism to reach these people and educate them. I think mutual funds are trying, AMFI is trying, everyone's trying, but there is always an inherent conflict that they want to sell their product, so they may not do charitable kind of social teaching, but that is what is required.
Wonderful. Thank you for your wise words. That's really, really meaningful. Vijay Sardana ji, आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा that for a normal Indian today, the initiatives such as UPI, Aadhaar, ONDC to some extent now, which is shaping up, they have fundamentally transformed the way that we interact with money, interact with government schemes, interact with, of course, businesses. लेकिन ये तो सामने दिखता है. As somebody who's deeply embedded in the system and you understand the workings of it, what are the finer initiatives behind the scenes which very rarely get talked about but have perhaps created just as meaningful an impact, if not more?
First of all, thank you very much for this very meaningful discussion. देखिए, दुनिया में एक भाषा जिसको पूरी दुनिया समझती है और सबको समझ में आती है, वो है पैसे की भाषा. आप किसी को कुछ भी समझाओ, नहीं समझ में आएगा, पैसे की बात करोगे, हर आदमी का इंटरेस्ट है. प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि सुपरफिशियल लेवल पे हम सब समझते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली उस प्रोडक्ट को मैनेज कैसे करना है, आज भी हम लोग फैमिलीज में इसकी चर्चा नहीं करते. और इस इग्नोरेंस का सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा उठाते हैं वो लोग जो मार्केट को एक्सप्लॉइट करना चाहते हैं, जिसको आप मिस सेलिंग बोलते हो सोफिस्टिकेटेड लैंग्वेज में, और लीगल लैंग्वेज में आप फ्रॉड बोल सकते हैं. तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर आप देखें, सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट काम जो सरकार ने किया या जो रेगुलेटर्स ने किया, कि एक तो आपने लोगों को बाई फोर्स डिसिप्लिन करने की कोशिश करी बाय डिफाइनिंग इन द लॉ डूज एंड डोंट्स, कि आप ये नहीं कर सकते, चाहे आपको लगता है यू आर एक्सपर्ट, लेकिन आप ये नहीं करोगे. पहली बात. अनफॉर्चुनेटली लोग वो भी नहीं समझते एंड स्टिल फॉल इन द ट्रैप ऑफ मिस सेलिंग, नंबर 1. दूसरा जो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज आता है, जो अभी आपने डेवलपमेंट्स बताई, चाहे यूपीआई था, बाकी जो ई कॉमर्स साइट्स बन रही हैं, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के इनिशिएटिव्स हैं, वो था रीच ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. टेक्नोलॉजी में सबसे बड़ा रिस्क होता था सिक्योरिटी, साइबर सिक्योरिटी या थ्रेफ्ट या पिलफरेज या व्हाटएवर यू कॉल इट इन डिफरेंट टर्मिनोलॉजीज. उसको सिक्योर करने के लिए जिस तरह से सेबी ने, आरबीआई ने गाइडलाइंस इशू करी स्टॉक एक्सचेंजेस के लिए, कंपनीज के लिए, और ओवरआर्चिंग जो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आईटी, उन्होंने जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी को लेके, और इवन एट हाईएस्ट लेवल साइबर सिक्योरिटी बोथ फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल मार्केट एंड नेशनल सिक्योरिटी ऑल्सो इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. उस पे जो काम हुआ, दैट इज़ समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट इज़ वाई अगर मैं ये कहूँ कि इंडिया में यू फील सिक्योर, आप यूपीआई करते हैं तो आपको डर नहीं लगता है, लेकिन क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज़ करते हुए डर लगता है. आप समझिए फ़र्क. बिल्कुल. मैंने पूरी ज़िंदगी में क्रेडिट कार्ड अवॉइड किया है, लेकिन आजकल मैं कैश रखता हूँ फॉर इमरजेंसी, कि जहाँ यूपीआई नहीं चलेगा वहाँ कैश, और वो कैश रिफ़िल करने में 3 महीने में भी रिफ़िल की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती. 2-2, 4-4 रुपये की अगर मैं हार्डवेयर शॉप से कील भी लाता हूँ तो आई पे थ्रू यूपीआई. सो दैट इज़ द एजेंडा. नाउ होल इशू कम्स अप इज कि आफ्टर ऑल लोग इस पूरे फाइनेंशियल मार्केट विच इज़ सो इम्पॉर्टेंट इन एवरीबडीज लाइफ, आप पर्सनल लाइफ के लिए आप न्यूट्रिशन की बात करते हैं, आप कैरियर के लिए आप प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन की बात करते हैं, पर्सनल वेलबींग के लिए आप योगा और डाइटिशियंस और सब की सी बातें करते हैं, लेकिन पर्सनल फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी की आप बात नहीं करते. दिस वन रीज़न इज़ वेरी सिंपल कि हम लोगों ने फाइनेंशियल मार्केट को ज़बरदस्ती इंटेलेक्चुअल मार्केट बना दिया. जितने एक्सपर्ट हैं वो सिंप्लीफाई करने की जगह मार्केट को कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करके बताते हैं ताकि उनकी दुकान चलती रहे. एक्सपर्ट के साथ प्रॉब्लम ये है कि दे हैव ए लाइकिंग टुवर्ड्स मेकिंग लाइफ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. और जो इनिशिएटिव आप लोग ले रहे हैं, जब तक हम इसको कॉमन मैन लैंग्वेज में बात नहीं करेंगे, बिल्कुल, तब तक फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी नहीं आएगी. आप उसको इन्फ्लेशन समझाओगे, उसको समझ में नहीं आता. आप उसको सीधा सीधा बताओ भैया महंगाई है, आप उसको जीडीपी बोलोगे, उसको समझ में नहीं आता. उसको ये बताओ कि यार क्या इनपुट है, क्या आउटपुट है, कहाँ धंधा है, कहाँ नहीं है. कंपनियों को, आपको स्टॉक मार्केट को समझना है तो आपको ये बताओ कि यार जिस ब्रांड का साबुन खरीदते हो उस कंपनी का शेयर ले ले, क्योंकि उसका माल बिकता है. आप बाल खरीद रहे हो, किसी और कंपनी का शेयर खरीद रहे हो, उस कंपनी का जिसके बारे में पता ही नहीं. बिल्कुल. ये कॉमन सेंस की चीज़ें हैं, क्योंकि जो प्रोडक्ट बाजार में बिक रहा है उसी कंपनी का शेयर ले लो। क्योंकि जब आप देख रहे हो कि हर आदमी वही ब्रांड खरीद रहा है, इसका मतलब माल बिक रहा है।
बिल्कुल।
बिक रहा है तो कोई घाटे में तो नहीं बेच रहा, 4 पैसे कमाएगा। जब कमाएगा तो कंपनी टिकेगी, 4 पैसे कमाएगी तो आपको भी हिस्सा मिलेगा, डिविडेंड भी मिलेगा, वैल्यूएशन भी इंप्रूव होगा। आप खरीदते हो कुछ और शेयर खरीदते हो उस कंपनी का जिसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता,
बस रातों रात अमीर बनने के लिए।
वो अमीर नहीं, वो टिप्स कि यार मेरे को किसी ने बताया था।
राइट।
हम ये क्यों भूल जाते हैं कि वर्ड ऑपरेट्स ऑन सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट एंड वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट।
बिल्कुल।
जो टिप दे रहा है उसका कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट उसी में है, तुम्हारा नहीं है। मैं अक्सर बोलता हूँ दोस्तों को, हालांकि कई मेरे दोस्त ब्रोकिंग हाउस में बुरा मान जाते हैं, मैंने कहा यार तनख्वाह तुमको देता है ब्रोकिंग हाउस, तो तुम उसका इंटरेस्ट प्रोटेक्ट करोगे या मेरा? ये कॉमन सेंस अप्रोच है। तुम मेरे को क्यों एडवाइस दे रहे हो फ्री में, जबकि तुम्हें पता है कि मैं तुम्हें तनख्वाह नहीं दे रहा हूँ? तो फ्री की एडवाइस से अगर आप वेल्दी बनना चाहते हो, इट इज़ अ मिथ, इट इज़ अ मिराज।
बिल्कुल।
तो बेसिक चीज़ जो हमें लोगों को एनकरेज करनी चाहिए कि आप पढ़ना शुरू करो, समझना शुरू करो, डिस्कस करो सोसाइटी में, फैमिली में। इसको आप इंटेलेक्चुअल डोमेन से हटा के कॉमन मैन के पे ले आओ, आपकी 90% फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स खत्म हो जाएंगी।
बिल्कुल, आई लव दैट। बहुत बढ़िया। पुनीता जी, यू हैड अ पॉइंट टू मेक, बताइए।
Yeah, I wanted to just add कि at every moment in time, the stock market has denoted something in the minds of people. In the 90s, it was scams. Okay, stock market bhai बहुत risky है, scams है. Then it was like market never goes up, you only lose money. Now it is only about return. People are not understanding that there is also risk. And so the financial literacy, people want financial literacy only to know what stocks to buy, not to understand fully the risks, return, the risk adjusted return. So when we talk about financial literacy, and even if we try, the policymakers try to educate people, they'll say, but kaun sa stock kharide? Right? That's not the only story. So we need to make sure that the financial literacy actually teaches them about risk adjusted returns, the risks and the possibilities, but not only about return.
That's a very valid point, Vinita. Thank you so much. Ashutosh, आपके पास आते हैं. You are representing a very unique initiative in the country that's unfolding right now. I would love for you to talk about it, and more importantly, tell us how does it really impact financial inclusion for both businesses, retail investors, and in what ways?
Sure. Thank you, Ankur. I think what Punita ji just mentioned about possibilities, that possibility is what I'm going to talk about. So I think the way India is positioned today, we are saying that India was 10th largest economy 2014. Now it is 5th largest economy, knocking on the door of 3rd largest economy. And even today, if you think Indian banks used to give loans to Indian corporates, be it Jindals, be it Tatas, Indian bank used to establish in Dubai, and वहाँ से जाके इंडियन बैंक को लोन देते थे. तो आई थिंक इट इज़ स्ट्रेंज. क्यों? 3 रीज़न है. One is regulation.
Yes.
Second is taxation.
Yeah.
Third is people want lifestyle.
Yes.
Right, importantly. So Honorable Prime Minister certainly noticed this and gives IFSC का जन्म हुआ 2015 में. Decided हमें इंडिया में इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल सेंटर बनाना है. How can a country which is growing at this pace can depend on foreign jurisdiction for providing the capital?
बिल्कुल.
Think about अभी AIFs में जो पैसा आता है, how does it come? It comes from US. It hops to Cayman. From Cayman, it may come to the pooling structure in Mauritius or Singapore, and then come into India. So many layers. और इंडिया का जो हम कह रहे हैं कि मार्केट कैप के बारे में बोलते हैं कि इंडिया की मार्केट कैप इज़ गोइंग टू बी द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मार्केट कैप इन नेक्स्ट 20 ईयर्स. इस टाइप का जो पैसा चाहिए फॉर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ग्रोथ, फॉर पोर्ट्स, फॉर एयरपोर्ट्स, फॉर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, फॉर मार्केट्स, विथ सो मच फ्रिक्शन, it is not possible. So we need to bring out the regulation, we need to bring out the frameworks. This is where IFSC stands. IFSC is a unified financial regulator which is putting these things together. As a regulator, we have put the regulations. Funds आ रहे हैं, universities आ रही हैं, exchanges हैं, banks आ रहे हैं. But I think in terms of inclusion, हमारा problem थोड़ा different है compared to domestic regulators. Because in domestic regulator, you see the consumers and regulated entities, both are in one jurisdiction. GIFT IFSC is a jurisdiction where footfalls are not there. Regulated entities will be there, and the consumer will be on domestic side or global side. So what we look at is we look at the global practices. अभी G20 हुआ, very successful G20, New Delhi declaration. उसमें financial stability board it come out with a convergence on cyber security, for example. We are seeing that can we bring some part of that into IFSC. So I think we are looking at inclusion, लेकिन हमारा थोड़ा hybrid model रहेगा because लोग वहाँ पे नहीं हैं.
बिल्कुल.
But certainly a focal area for us. Thank you.
Fantastic, wonderful. In सब conversations में राकेश वर्मा जी आपको बुलाऊंगा. Conversation जो शरद जी ने भी address करी थी of security. And it's a very challenging thing क्योंकि भारत है तो एक देश लेकिन इतने भिन्न हिस्सों का एक तरीके से यूनियन है. So there is national security, there is personal security, there is of course community security, and you are the founder of a very unique product that interfaces with all of these in a very delicate and yet effective manner. So what have you seen that has helped policy lead businesses and help them manage the fine balance of national security and personal security?
Well, पॉलिसी तो 2021 में बहुत ही बिग वे में चेंजेस लाया, जिसके पहले अगर मैं एग्जांपल के लिए बोल दूं कि एक पेट्रोल पंप भी मैप में डालना होता था तो सरकार से परमिशन लेना पड़ता था. तो दैट गॉट चेंज इन 2021. नाउ अब जब पॉलिसी बनती है तो उसको कोई तो रेगुलेट भी तो करे, और जब रेगुलेट नहीं कर पाता है, कोई भी एजेंसी हो या फॉर्मल रेगुलेटर हो, सम काइंड ऑफ ए फॉर्मल इन द मैप, इन द स्पेस आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, विच इज़ जियोग्राफिकल डेटा, मैप्स, there is no agency which is regulating it, and hence that has become a serious problem today. Little bit relating to the financial world, since आज धन की बात हो रही है, तो 2 साल पहले तक financial world was hardly using the geographical data, or if we are the leader in the space in the country today, I'll say that around 30-40% of our revenue is coming from the financial world. Which is whether it's NBFCs or banks or whoever, RBIs or any banks. Now it's being used in a very nice way from an analytics angle. कहाँ पर पैसा कहाँ से bad loan हो जाता है, कौन कहाँ रहता है. Now when you're talking about the security, I don't believe also that there is any question of national security here, because that's how the government looked at it, and they said वो सिक्योरिटी तो पुलिस का काम है, आर्मी का काम है, नॉट दिस वे. अगर आप सिक्योरिटी, साइबर सिक्योरिटी की बात करें तब एक दूसरी बात आ जाती है. और फर्दर अगर हम इसके कंप्लायंसेस की बात करते हैं तो आई थिंक व्हाट द गवर्नमेंट इन द पॉलिसी हैज सेड इज अ सेल्फ कंप्लायंट काइंड ऑफ ए थिंग.
Lovely, fantastic. We have unfortunately run out of time, so thank you so much everyone. बहुत अच्छा लगा एक inside view मिलके of the machinery that runs behind it. हाँ जी शायद.
जी एक चीज़ मैं ऐड करना चाह रहा हूँ.
Please.
एक्चुअली कहीं हमें ना फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी पे मैं वापस आ रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी और इन्वेस्टर एजुकेशन को अलग अलग करके देखना होगा. हमने जो बात की थी शुरुआत में वो फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी की थी. पुनीता ने एक कहा था कि फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी से ये है कि लोग शेयर मार्केट में कैसे पैसे कमाएं, वहाँ जाना चाहते हैं. तो मुझे लगता है उसके लिए इन्वेस्टर एजुकेशन है, जिस पे SEBI is working hard. Actually, that is our mandate. If you see the preamble of SEBI Act, that starts with protection of interest of investors. And Section 11(2)(f) of SEBI Act gives us power for investor education also. And IPF and all those efforts. And we have a program called Visit to SEBI Office, where we bring students from the schools and colleges. And in the batch of 40-50, we provide them, in fact, snacks and sometimes the transportation also. And they spend 3-4 hours in our office and we teach them everything about this.
Nice.
So somehow we have to, if one is an investor, then investor education is necessary, but at the base level financial literacy is very important.
Absolutely.
So that has to be understood.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point to conclude. Thank you so much all 4 of you. This was wonderful. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining me for Dhan Ki Baat, an initiative by Times of India and Stock Growth.